Diabetes is one of probably the primary chronic disease where people have to take an active role in managing their diabetes or in managing their disease process. If you are the loved one of a person who has diabetes, or the significant other, or just a really good friend, it's very frustrating oftentimes if that person doesn't see the same importance that you do to taking care of their diabetes. There's a couple of books by a man called by a psychologist, Bill Polonsky. It's called The Diabetes Police. And in that he talks about how oftentimes the overbearingness of the person who's trying to help the person with diabetes can either make it worse, or there's a lot of frustration on both parts. I would suggest if you have a loved one who doesn't seem to be as interested in taking care of themselves as you think they should, sitting down and talking to them about it, letting them know why it is that you're interested, that you care about them, you love them, that you want to, maybe it's a love interest and you want to spend a long time with them in a happy, healthy type of relationship. Maybe you might need to go for some counseling. See if you can go along to the physician's office and make mention that you're kind of concerned. Sometimes it's up to the patient. They have to make the decision for themselves that they want to take better care of themselves. If they're not interested, there's not a lot you can do. As the old saying goes, you can drag a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And so you can share your concerns, you can offer support, you can make sure that you don't bring pizzas home, that you don't have a lot of ice cream in the freezer. Set them up to again, be more successful, but it's up to them to make the decision that what they want to do. Now, of course, you might be concerned because you've heard of those long-term consequences. There are some long-term consequences to not taking care of your diabetes. Many people, again, the problem with diabetes is that you suffer from the complications. People lose their vision, they lose their kidney function, they lose their legs, they lose the feeling in their feet. There's a variety of things that can go wrong. And unfortunately, these aren't things that you die from, but these are things, again, that make it very difficult then and make it even worse for you. Oftentimes I see young people, and there's a lot to be said for being older and having more wisdom because you've been around a while. You know, most people in their teens don't think they're going to live to be 30 anyway, so they don't see the point of taking care of themselves. But as I see a lot of my diabetics, as they get older and they start to mature, they suddenly realize that other people depend on them. They have children that depend on them. They have responsible jobs. They have, they've got to have a reason they want to take care of their diabetes. And oftentimes, though, if they're not interested, there's not a lot you can do to force them to be motivated or interested. You can just, again, kind of facilitate, make sure that the setting is correct, and do the most you can in that fashion.